What up, what up, what up? Yes, yes, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, players and playettes, fellas and fellettes, it's your boy A Major. New visitors tuning into the channel. If you are digging the content, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, tune into your boy. All the existing subscribers, God bless you all. Glad to see you guys again, be with you. And as far as all the new subscribers, God bless you, bless your heart. Thank you. Welcome to the channel and hope you can stay with me throughout this journey. All right, so this is the Behind the Beats series. This is episode number 30. So another beat making video right back at you. Today we are going to be going through this early 2000s R&B and hip-hop type beat. Now, I mean, if y'all don't know already, I am an old school type of kid. I'm very into 90s and early 2000s contemporary urban music, R&B, hip-hop, or reggae, or alternative rock, even pop music, all of that, right? But at the end of the day, I always keep my ears open. But because of my strong affinity towards 90s, early 2000s music, it will come through. It will show through my music, through my beats. So we're going to be going through a beat that represents or has that sound. So if you guys have seen the beat making sketch that I made, it's called the early 2000s R&B and hip-hop type beat making sketch. So just in case if you guys forgot what that one sounds like, here's a little preview. All right, pretty groovy, pretty groovy. It's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. This is one of my ultimate favorites that I've made. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the breakdown of the instrumental, starting off with, you know, the skeleton, the groundwork, or the ground part of the beat, which would be the drums. So let me just solo in on just the drums. So I used the Kong drum designer, which once again, it resembles the Akai MPC for all of my fellow beat makers and producers out there who know what I'm talking about. I used a drum kit called the New Soul. It's a hip-hop drum beat, and I played it through MIDI, so it's not programmed. So I played it on my keyboard and, you know, hit the keys on that shit. And here's how the drums sound. Oops. Wait. All right, so now I added some A&B Studio reverb to that as usual, which I applied to all my drums. The reverb from the RV7000 advanced reverb effect. So yeah, man, it's a vibe. I was really going for that, once again, kind of like that R. Kelly or who else? Maybe Genuine, maybe Joe. You know what I mean? Kind of like that vintage throwback R&B groove. Yeah, I'm just throwing some names out there just for some examples. So those are the drums. So now let's get into the organs, the muscles, and the tissues, and etc. of the beat, which would be the melody. So the main melody, it seems like it's in the key of E flat minor. I used a guitar from the NNXT Advanced Sampler, and here's how the guitar sounds. Let me start that over, actually. All right, now the name of the guitar is an acoustic megalom. AC, I'm assuming that stands for acoustic, or it's an abbreviation. So AC megalom, when I found it amongst the other guitar sounds, I found it in the guitar folder for the NNXT, and it caught my ear. It was a very beautiful, beautiful sound. It caught my ear immediately. I just had to use it. So that's the guitar. I played that one by MIDI, and the reverb that I applied to the guitar was the all Madison Square Garden reverb. So once again, if any of you have been to the Madison Square Garden, you would notice how the reverb works inside there and how sound bounces off, just like any other arena or stadium. Well, arena, inside arena. Yeah. All right. And also I applied the spreader modulation from the Echo device. So once again, the spreader modulation, it gives you a stereophonic sound, very wide. You can hear the width, so a very wide sound. You can put on some headphones and you will see what I'm talking about. So that's the guitar. Now on to some embellishments that I added over top. One was a lead synth from the analog subtractor synthesizer. And one of the lead synths, okay, so it's called a Juicer 2. I noticed that this sound is very common in a lot of early 2000s R&B, especially. Like for me personally, a lot of the classic early 2000s R&B songs I've heard, I always heard this particular sound. And here's how it goes. All right, so that is cued in the intro and the hooks, because I already structured the beat, the song format. So the reverb I applied to this was the Madison Square Garden, all MS Garden reverb, and that's about it. Now the bass line, let's get into the bass line. Once again, the lead synth I played through MIDI. Basically all the melodies, all the melodic parts I played through MIDI. That's just normally my production style. I just do it offhand. Now the bass line, which of course you won't be able to hear through this computer, this laptop. But if you put on headphones, it'll be a different story. So it's just a bass guitar I used for the bass line from the Maelstrom Grain Table synthesizer. And the reverb I applied to that was the studio, the A&B studio reverb. And I also applied the spreader modulation to the bass line, kind of get that real cool surround sound bass line when you listen to it through headphones. Now, let's get into some other embellishments. The strings, which is cued in the second chorus, and here's how the strings go. So, let me show you more of it. All right, so I cued the strings in the second hook, and there's a break in there, and then in the last hook the strings come in again. So I used the strings from the NN19 digital sampler shown here, and they're called the big strings. Played through MIDI once again, and I added the reverb, the all medium stage reverb. So all right, now I'm going to show you guys a piano that I added. which has a very short-lived part, and it's cued in the intro, so here's how it goes. So that's basically it. It's from the ID8 instrument device. One of my favorite devices to use in Reason. Very basic and straightforward, simple instrument. Now the reverb I added to that was the all medium stage reverb with the spreader modulation effect on it from the Echo device also. Now I'm also going to show you guys, another lead synth I used from the Thor polyphonic synthesizer, and it sounds like this. So that's one. This lead synth is called the Running Circles. I found it in the folder under lead synths and found it pretty cool. Now the reverb I added to that was the all Madison Square Garden reverb, all MS Garden reverb, and also the spreader modulation effect. Now, last but not least, I added some, I did some interesting things with this beat this time, where I added some special effects using two other subtractor analog synthesizers, and I basically structured it in a way where the beat, if I were to create a song around this beat, it would have like an interlude where the special effects come in. So it's basically rain and thunder that I added, and they sound like this. All right, so when I come out with a song with this beat in the near future or so, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But it's basically like an interlude I created before the beat drops again. Now, the reverb I added to both of these bad boys was the all medium stage reverb and the modulation spreader effect. The spreader modulation effect, rather, excuse me. So that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this was the making of an early R&B, early 2000s R&B and hip-hop type beat. I hope you guys found this cool, inspiring, and informative. Y'all know what to do. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now. It's your boy A Major, and thank you guys for tuning in. And then till next time, peace. Yeah, y'all know what to do now.